It's week 29 of a year of wisdom. Let's get to reading. Day 198. Job 21 and 22. Then Job answered, "Listen carefully to my words. Let this be the consolation you offer me. Bear with me and I will speak, and after I've spoken, you may mock. Is my complaint against a man? If so, why should I not be impatient? Look at me and be appalled. Put your hands over your mouths. For when I think about this, I'm terrified, and my body feels a shudder. Why do the wicked go on living, grow old, and even increase in power? Their children are firmly established in their presence, their offspring before their eyes. Their houses are safe and without fear, and no rod of punishment from God is upon them. Their bulls breed without fail. Their cows calve and do not miscarry. They allow their children to run like a flock. Their little ones dance about. They sing to the accompaniment of tambourine and harp, and make merry to the sound of the flute. They live out their years in prosperity and go down to the grave in peace. So they say to God, 'Turn away from us. We do not want to know your ways.' Who's the Almighty that we should serve him? What would we gain if we were to pray to him? But their prosperity is not their own doing. The counsel of the wicked is far from me. How often is the lamp of the wicked extinguished? How often does their misfortune come upon them? How often does God apportion pain to them in his anger? How often are they like straw before the wind and like chaff swept away by a whirlwind? You may say, God stores up a man's punishment for his children. Instead, let him repay the man himself so that he may know it. Let his own eyes see destruction. Let him drink of the anger of the Almighty. For what is his interest in his home after his death, when the number of his month has been broken off? Can anyone teach God knowledge, since he judges those that are on high? One man dies in his full vigor, completely secure and prosperous, his body well nourished and the marrow of his bones moist. And another man dies in bitterness of soul, never having tasted anything good. Together they lie down in the dust, and worms cover over both of them. Yes, I know what you are thinking, the schemes by which you would wrong me. For you say, where now is the nobleman's house, and where are the tents in which the wicked lived? Have you never questioned those who travel the roads? Do you not recognize their accounts, that the evil man is spared from the day of his misfortune, that he is delivered from the day of God's wrath? No one denounces his conduct to his face. No one repays him for what he has done, and when he is carried to the tombs, and watch is kept over the funeral mound, the clods of the torrent valley are sweet to him. Behind him everybody follows in procession, and before him goes a countless throng. So how can you console me with your futile words? Nothing is left of your answers but deception." Then Eliphaz the Temanite answered, "Is it to God that a strong man is of benefit? Is it to him that even a wise man is profitable? Is it of any special benefit to the Almighty that you should be righteous, or is it any gain to him that you make your ways blameless? Is it because of your piety that he rebukes you and goes to judgment with you? Is not your wickedness great, and is there no end to your iniquity? For you took pledges from your brothers for no reason, and you stripped the clothing from the naked. You gave the weary no water to drink, and from the hungry you withheld food. Although you were a powerful man owning land, an honored man living on it, you sent widows away empty-handed, and the arms of the orphans you crushed. That is why snares surround you, and why sudden fear terrifies you. Why it is so dark you cannot see, and why a flood of waters covers you. Is not God on high in heaven? And see the lofty stars, how high they are. But you've said, what is God now? Does he judge through such deep darkness? Thick clouds are a veil for him, so he does not see us as he goes back and forth in the vault of heaven. Will you keep to the old path that evil men have walked? men who were carried off before their time when the flood was poured out on their foundations. They were saying to God, "Turn away from us, and what can the Almighty do to us?" But it was He who filled their houses with good things. Yet the counsel of the wicked was far from me. The righteous see their destruction and rejoice. The innocent mock them scornfully, saying, "Surely our enemies are destroyed, and fire consumes their wealth." Reconcile yourself with God and be at peace with Him. In this way your prosperity will be good. Accept instruction from His mouth and store up His words in your heart. If you return to the Almighty, you will be built up. If you remove wicked behavior far from your tent and throw your gold in the dust, your gold of Ophir among the rocks and the ravines, then the Almighty Himself will be your gold and the choicest silver for you. Surely then you will delight yourself in the Almighty and will lift up your face toward God. You will pray to Him and He will hear you, and you will fulfill your vows to Him. Whatever you decide on a matter, it will be established for you, and light will shine on your ways. When people are brought low and you say, "Lift them up," then He will save the downcast. He will deliver even someone who is not innocent, who will escape through the cleanness of your hands. Proverbs 17. Better is a dry crust of bread where there is quietness than a house full of feasting with strife. A servant who acts wisely will rule over an heir who behaves shamefully and will share the inheritance along with the relatives. The crucible is for refining silver and the furnace is for gold. Likewise, the Lord tests hearts. One who acts wickedly pays attention to evil counsel. A liar listens to a malicious tongue. The one who mocks the poor insults his Creator. Whoever rejoices over disaster will not go unpunished. Grandchildren are like a crown to the elderly, and the glory of children is their parents. Excessive speech is not becoming for a fool. How much less are lies for a ruler? A bribe works like a charm for the one who offers it. In whatever he does, he succeeds. The one who forgives an offense seeks love, but whoever repeats a matter separates close friends. A rebuke makes a greater impression on a discerning person than 100 blows on a fool. An evil person seeks only rebellion, and so a cruel messenger will be sent against him. It is better for a person to meet a mother bear being robbed of her cubs than to encounter a fool in his folly. As for the one who repays evil for good, evil will not leave his house. Starting a quarrel is like letting out water. Stop it before strife breaks out. The one who acquits the guilty and the one who condemns the innocent, both of them are an abomination to the Lord. Of what use is money in the hand of a fool, since he has no intention of acquiring wisdom? A friend loves at all times, and a relative is born to help in adversity. The one who lacks wisdom strikes hands in pledge and puts up financial security for his neighbor. The one who loves a quarrel loves transgression. Whoever builds his gate high seeks destruction. The one who has a perverse heart does not find good, and the one who is deceitful in speech falls into trouble. Whoever brings a fool into the world does so to his grief, and the father of a fool has no joy. A cheerful heart brings good healing, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. A wicked person receives a bribe secretly to pervert the ways of justice. Wisdom is directly in front of the discerning person, but the eyes of a fool run to the ends of the earth. A foolish child is a grief to his father and bitterness to the mother who bore him. It is terrible to punish a righteous person, and to flog honorable men is wrong. The truly wise person restrains his words, and the one who stays calm is discerning. Even a fool who remains silent is considered wise, and the one who holds his tongue is deemed discerning. And as always, thank you so much for being here today. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe right there and click the bell so you can get notifications. And if you mind, hit that like button for me, and I will see you tomorrow. Maranatha.
I'm lost without a clue. I need a big pink neon sign to show me what to do. I thank you, Lord, It glorifies you when you're the only answer. I praise you, Lord, for holding what's too much for me. And I'm amazed by you, Lord, because nothing's too big and nothing's too small to lay at your feet.